Hello, this is Corey with Creative Habitats, going over my ideas with you for the backyard. I'm going to first educate you on sort of the way the theme of the landscape back here. We will then look at drawings, and then we'll move to the front. So, how will this landscape back in the backyard look? What will the style of it be? I envisioned that style being very natural. I'm not saying this is what we would do, but this is the feel of that landscape. Lots of ferns, lots of the potential for moss, flagstone, just a very cool, natural feel to it. The focal point of it will be the pavilion. This is just an example of a pavilion. The base of this pavilion could be something very simple, like concrete. Another style of pavilion could have flagstone underneath it, which would go with the flagstone steppers leading up to it. We could do stamped concrete. And if you're interested in a fire pit or outdoor kitchens, then that's also something that we can create for you. One of the other materials that I have in this design is mondo grass. That's what you see right here. And then again, more ferns going through there. We also, in this landscape design, we have ferns and boulders. So, lastly, a lot of hosta. So it could be just a monotone of one type of hosta, or it could be a grouping of hosta. So let me show you how all these photos fit into the overall design of this landscape. So this is our start point. I have removed your fence that was here. This is the railroad tie retaining wall. We have steps that come down. I envision these steps being about 6 feet wide. And then it would move to the a little bit more refined area. In other words, we would refine it with mulch and define this area. So let's go to our next slide. So in this, we've built the pavilion. We've added in the lower plants, and these are ferns through here. Ideally, this would probably be autumn fern. These are boulders. This is the hosta that I described to you earlier in that photo. Flagstone steppers, and then there's many different types of flooring material that we could put into this. When we add in the mid-level canopy, this is a Japanese maple. I've put over here on the side some screening plants. These are Zhujiao loropetalum. This is gardenia. And then on the next slide, you'll see where I've also added in screening for a tea olive. And the gardenia and the tea olive, I've also put in these into your design because they're very fragrant plants. When we move on to the pool, I've removed these roses, and then we've added a lot of perennial flowers. So with this is magnolia. This is called magnolia fig. It is not a magnolia. It's just what it's called. These are daylilies, purple coneflower, gladiolus, and lantana. This is what the magnolia fig bloom looks like. Very, very fragrant flower. This is an example of daylilies. This is purple coneflower. And lastly, these are gladiolus. And this is lantana. So this is how all of this fits together with our labels right here. In construction of this project, I would expect that we're going to need a lot of access through here. There will likely be disturbance to this grass, and we will need to fix that grass. One of the other challenges we have is getting all of our materials from the driveway all the way to the back. This is already cracked. I'm just letting you know there is some risk, but probably not more than this, but there is some risk to it. So again, we've added a lot of flowers in here. In the winter time, these will stay evergreen. This will all die down. So just know that usually you trade more flowers for less appearance in the winter time. Then finally, looking at the back, we've added screening over here and fragrance, screening and bloom up here, and then just a lot of cool, beautiful, natural landscaping in this area. So Direct any of your questions to me, and I'm also happy to make any changes. If there's something you'd like to see different in this, please let me know, and love to make whatever changes are necessary to get this to be as best as it can be for you. Thank you again, Corey with Creative Habitats Landscaping, 334 319 4223.